Hey guys, how's it going? Zima here. You can see almost everything is down, maybe up by like 5 to 10% maximum, but there's one called CHEX or Chintai, which is up by 46%. So I looked into it. It is also up by 80% this month and then 2,800% since last year. Now you might think, well, maybe it's a token that launched recently, maybe there's just some hype around that. They launched their tokens 3.5 years ago, and the project has been around since 2018. So they had 2 bear markets, 1 bull market, and this is now the second bull run, in which the current price is still a 3x from the last all-time high back at the end of 2021. Now at their core, they are a platform as a one-stop licensed, regulated, compliant, permissioned Layer 1 blockchain for real-world asset tokenization, issuance and trading. That's a lot of words. What does any of that mean? The man behind BlackRock, the ones that own pretty much everything, says that by 2030, trillions of dollars are going to flood into the tokenization market, says that it's going to be 100 times bigger than Bitcoin, which then gets you thinking, well, if one of the richest guys in the world says, this is probably good, maybe we should look into that as well. Tokenization simply means that you take the ownership rights of something in real life and make it digital. Let's say you own land or a house and you have the title for it, which is mostly just a physical piece of paper and some data in a computer. You could tokenize that, have it start on the blockchain, and then use it, which makes everything we do normally in real life tokenized and crypto-based. Now, in most cases, the upside is it's faster, more secure, more reliable, and you actually own what you own. And just like you can have art or concert tickets, like NFTs, virtually, that can happen for most things. And in most cases, just like the internet 30 years ago, they're like early adopters and a couple companies that work on that. Then nothing happens for a while, though everything gets developed, and then eventually, price goes up. Well, I personally hold a lot of mantra after looking more and more into other things in the RWA sector that actually have a use case and have been around for a while, with 2 licenses mentioned there for both issuance as well as trading of tokenized assets, but also securities. They not just comply with all the regulations that are needed, but they also positioned themselves years ago for something that is going to be huge over the next decade. Now, CHEX is the utility token that powers all transactions, with everything running on there. Holders can stake the token for yield from fees collected by Chintai during their issuance of RWAs, ongoing trading and account maintenance, and 10% of the fees that they earn go towards yield for CHEX stakers. They had their first buyback for $500,000 earlier this year, and if we compare this to something like Ondo, for example, which is also in the RWA business, we can see 2 major things. First of all the tokens are in supply. While Ondo still has like 8.6 billion tokens that are yet to be unlocked, Chintai has a real use case, while Ondo kind of just sits there as an idea. And with all the tokens that are still being locked for Ondo, a lot of them are going to be released in 2025 and unlocked for people. And whenever a lot of tokens unlock for any project ever, the majority of people dump them and dilute the market more and more. And because we know that, because it's all on-chain data, we can position ourselves in something that doesn't face those issues. As a side note real quick, the team behind it is also fully doxed, so you can see who is working on this. They have all their partners listed over here, and you might say when it comes to the partners and the project overall, now most of the clients are listed over here, some of them aren't yet. Feel free to click on all of these one by one, but there are approximately 3 dozen undisclosed clients with signed NDAs in place, including an unnamed $90 billion stealth entity in the UAE, issuing a pilot oil bond valued between 150 and 350 million with recurring issuances and more behind it. As they've been working and collaborated with some of the world's largest financial institutions over the past 6 years, they've also been transparent with everything that they've been doing and working on, which now over time reflects in the price. What I always like to think when it comes to current price and market cap of something in crypto compared to the quality that they deliver and what it's actually worth, the correlation isn't really there for years and years on end. For example, due to hype earlier in April, the price was at 37 cents. Since then, they had 6 more months of building and the price is lower than before. And with them having several clients that are each looking to do $1 billion plus issuances within the next year, this right now is positioned to be something that probably goes to similar heights market cap-wise than Ondo, if not beyond. If we look at things long-term, if we simply do nothing at all and just hold it, based on the fundamentals, the team behind it, the partners and their use case, the chance of making some money is going up. So if you were to consider getting into the project or buying some tokens, just so you know, my personal investment strategy for this is to buy it, stake it, do nothing at all for a very long time. It's pretty pointless to give you an actual price prediction on how high this can go. What I would say is that is almost guaranteed. If we compare to other coins in the category, it can probably go to 2 billion and beyond, so something like a 7x or more. But then if I tell you it can do a 100x, it can do a 500x, it doesn't help you because I don't know. Links down below, not financial advice, and I see you fairly soon. Take care.